All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today we're doing something a little different. We have a unique opportunity to get an inside look at a competitor's strategy. We've gotten our hands on the internal playbook for a new financial media player on the block, Trade Maverick. Now, for those of us in the institutional space, breaking down how new market voices are built from the ground up isn't just interesting, it's critical competitive intelligence. So let's start right at the top with their mission statement. Notice the language here: empower, strategies, tools. They're not just talking about commentary. This is a very deliberate choice of words. They're signaling that they're all about providing actionable intelligence, not just market noise. This mission, right here, it's basically the North Star for every single move they plan to make. Okay, here's how we're going to break down their framework. We'll look at their big vision, then who they're trying to reach. After that, we'll dive into their content engine, how they plan to get it out there, and finally, how they turn viewers into a real community. So, first up, Section 1, a new market maverick. Let's dig into the core ambition that's really driving this whole operation. Their key objectives here are really telling. Look at the number one goal: establish thought leadership. That tells you everything. They're not just chasing clicks, they're aiming for authority. And when you pair that with building a community of like-minded individuals, you can see the real strategy. It's about creating a high-value ecosystem for serious market players, not just racking up vanity metrics. Moving on to Section 2. A grand vision is one thing, but it means nothing without a clearly defined audience. So who exactly is Trade Maverick gunning for? And this is where it gets really ambitious. Take a look at this chart. They're not just targeting a niche, they're trying to bridge the massive gap between retail traders and institutional investors. Now that's a huge strategic challenge, right? Creating content that's deep enough for a pro, but still accessible for everyone else. But if they can actually pull it off, they'd capture the entire value chain of market participants. So here's the big question. How do you serve a retail trader and an institutional analyst from the exact same platform? Well, the answer is in the architecture of their content. It's all built on 5 very distinct pillars. This slide lays out that 5-pillar foundation, and you can see the components aimed squarely at the professional crowd. Strategy sharing. That implies tested, data-driven methods. Market analysis goes way beyond simple commentary and into actual forecasting. It's a really methodical approach designed to build credibility, piece by piece, across every segment of that diverse audience. Of course, having great content is only half the battle. You have to deliver it. So Section 4 lays out the media machine they plan to build to get in front of their audience. They're using a classic but really effective hub and spoke model. YouTube is the central hub for all the deep dive content. Think masterclasses and detailed strategy sessions. Then, all the different social media channels act as the spokes, pushing out smaller, tailored pieces of content to draw everyone back to that main hub. And this isn't just a one-size-fits-all content dump. I mean, look at the specific focus for each platform here. LinkedIn is explicitly for thought leadership. That's their direct line to the institutional audience. Meanwhile, Twitter is all about real-time market updates, a clear grab for the active trader's attention. This is a surgically precise media operation. All right, finally, we get to the endgame of their entire playbook. It's not just about getting people to watch content, it's about creating a community. And that's where the real, defensible, long-term value is built. So these are the growth levers they plan to pull. You've got influencer partnerships for credibility. You have webinars and workshops to establish themselves as an educational authority. But the real key here is the private community. That's what creates a powerful network effect. It transforms the whole thing from a one-way broadcast into a multi-directional exchange of value. So here's the most important takeaway. The entire strategy we've just walked through funnels down to this one single objective. An active community becomes a source of insight, a loyal base for future products, and frankly, a massive competitive moat. For us in the institutional world, a strong community can even be a source of alternative data and market sentiment. So, to wrap this up, we've just deconstructed a pretty comprehensive blueprint for building a modern financial media brand. The strategy is solid, the targets are aggressive, and the plan is incredibly detailed. But the critical question, the one that really matters, is all about execution. In a market that is absolutely saturated with financial content, is a well-designed plan on paper enough to actually capture the most valuable audience in the world?